What's up, everybody? It is Tyler Dynas with North Suburban Mortgage. Today we're going to talk about some of my favorite strategies for repeat home buyers. I love working with repeat home buyers, and there's all sorts of education and videos out there for first-time home buyers, which is awesome. But I also love making sure my repeat home buyers are in their best situation possible for themselves and their family. One of my favorite tools to do this is called a recast. A recast is a re-ammortization of the loan schedule after closing. So all your terms stay the same, the interest rate stays the same, maturity date stays the same. You close on your new house, get your new mortgage, and then later, at a later time, do a large principal payment, principal reduction, and request what's called a recast. Typically, that large principal amount comes from the sale of their old house, but in that recast, that payment then re-amortizes as if you had put that money down to begin with, which is awesome. One of my favorite things about it is it is significantly more affordable than a refinance. While a refinance is going to be thousands of dollars of closing costs, a recast is typically $300 to $400-ish of closing costs, depending on the servicer. So here's how this looks practically. You say, hey, time to move, time to upgrade, time to get a bigger house, whatever your reason for moving is. You call your realtor, and your realtor says, hey, this old house of yours, it's a great starter home, but it could take a little while to sell in this market. You should call Tyler and see about pre-approving non-contingent, because sellers don't like to accept a contingent offer. Contingent means you telling a seller, hey, I will buy your house contingent on my old house selling. A non-contingent pre-approval is buying before you sell. So we work up your application, and for this nice big house that you want, we're able to determine, yeah, you can qualify non-contingent, which means your debt to income ratio can hold both mortgage payments at once, and you have at least 5% down payment, maybe more, and can qualify with that amount. Now, it's important, recasting is only allowed on conventional loans, not on Govy loans, which is like FHA or VA. So we got you pre-approved, non-contingent, and your realtor's pumped, you're pumped, because now you can be the most competitive offer possible. We start looking at payment estimates though on these new bigger houses that you want, and you're like, hey, I don't love these payment estimates with only 5% down. I was kind of expecting to take this $200,000 of equity that I've got in my old house and use that to have a lower payment on the new house. That's what recasting is. So because you're non-contingent, you're able to get a more competitive offer. You know, maybe you beat out multiple offers, or you just get a better deal on your house. And you buy your new house, and everybody's excited. You're in the home of your dreams, and your realtor, after a couple months, gets your old house sold, and you're like, great, that's sold. And the title company wires you a nice fat, let's call it $200,000 net proceeds, and you're like, yes, this is awesome. And because we set you up in a recast, you call your mortgage servicer, and you take that 200 grand down payment or 200 grand equity that you had from your old house, and you recast and put that down on the new house, resulting in a lower payment. I've got a client who just did this in the Denver metro area. They started with 5% down, and after their recast of, let's call it $200,000, their monthly savings are going to be $1,347 per month, which is crazy, because that's both the new, obviously a lower loan amount, but also now they went from 5% down to now more than 20% down, so they dropped that mortgage insurance. So that's one of my favorite strategies. If you're a repeat home buyer and you want to talk more, or if you have any questions about mortgage, I'm your guy. Have a great rest of your day. Thanks.